Okay. Wounded vessels. Bring the wounded wild to her.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yeah. Here, we have to save. Final round. Yep, final round. Okay. The question is, what are we going to do? I wonder... I want to be nice to her. Like, I feel like... I don't know, I feel like it's important that we show her more kindness than hatred. She wanted to fight before, and so that was a good one, and then we left her alone for one, and that wasn't so good. I feel like it's important for us to show her more kindness. Do you want a specific route? I don't know what routes there are. I would like a nice route, I think. I think that's what I want. And then I will do subsequent playthroughs where I do other routes, but I want a nice route, I think. I can guide if only you want. Uh, I would like a very vague guidance to a nice route. I would be okay with that. I didn't know if there were going to be multiple routes or not, so I am very interested. I feel like we're going to have to silently continue to the cabin. Like, I don't think that picking a specific one of these is going to change that outcome too much. Go to the cabin, leave the blade. Okay, cool.
You make your way
Easy
up the
enough.
short path. A warning. She will...
Yeah. Proceed to the cabin. Take the blade. Sorry, leave the blade.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay. So, what do we do, Lantern? What do we do to get a kind boy ending? Examine the chains. Okay, so
Good.
we're going to continue down the stairs and
Still
examine the
listening
chains.
to reason. It would be better if you had a way. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi.
Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I hope this way is still open.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
I hope so
They
too.
wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Oh? Okay. So it doesn't look like anything is like... I remember doing this last time, but see, I picked this first and then I did this. So maybe I do this one? Yeah, because I did this one first last time, so I feel like this one is probably the way to go. Rut-row? What do you mean, rut-row?
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the... Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for her, easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're...
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains...
She barely
Oh,
hesitates.
I just repeated this bit.
You won't...
Here, I'll save the...
Fine.
Oh, wait, I
Against
did this
you,
last time.
cut-bladed
Yeah,
punch
why is it
nerve.
letting me do this
She
a second
smiles
time?
softly as her gaze meets yours.
Hold on. Oh, shit. Is this the last time I saved? Fuck. I freaked myself out there.
The cabin is almost a blade.
Okay, so we don't take the blade. We go inside.
This don't. Good.
Continue down the stairs.
You walk down the stairs and
Crisis
lock
averted
eyes.
indeed.
I am.
Hi.
Okay. So, the door locks and she's hungry. Oh, okay.
You're only.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're making. No. You do walk a large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the...
Maybe it's doubtful.
Okay, so the door
Okay.
locks come down,
I'll
slay
be
her.
here.
You attempt someone. You make these easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get...
She barely heads as she rips her. It's the blade from.
Okay,
or
so we
you
slay
won't
her
like-
this time. Slay her.
Without hesitation,
Oh.
you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Slay harder next.
the wound
Slay
drives her
harder?
to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can
Finish
possibly
her.
save you from me.
I'm surprised that
Thought we
this
had the
goes to a
upper
good
hand, but-
ending.
It's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
Except be super fucking strong.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are
Get her.
seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Finish the
You
job.
steel your resolve and to take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Yeah, I really hope this is a good ending in contrast. I'm amazed that you trust
Do you
me.
think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the prince... You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw. You collapse
I've
on the
already
ground,
come here
and the
before.
princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Sort of.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But she was stabbed in the chest. Yeah. Other one was trapping. This is betrayal. Oh, I see.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Yeah. Okay. Terrible sense of deja vu. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the
Opportunist.
job done.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of
Oh.
the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave
Which
of
is, I
knotted
think,
wood
the
that,
favorite
almost
princess.
as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I would like vague hints, please. I feel like that would be more authentic.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Except for this particular part. Do I take the blade or not? That's the only thing I would like a direct answer on. Take the blade and figure out what to do with it. Can do?
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Okay.
You walk up to the wall next to... What are you talking about?
Okay, so this happens
you reach
every
forward
time.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Remember, the
door to
S is
basement
silent in
creaks
Slay the
revealing a
Princess. Just
staircase
lie to
dug
her.
into
Okay,
the
cool.
muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
When in doubt, what would Smitten do? Okay, when in doubt, what would Smitten do? He'd say hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
She does not,
She
narrator.
seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
We're gonna lie.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't
She
we want to hear
knows.
what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
I think The Opportunist is one of my favorites.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
I love The Opportunist.
Is it all behind us?
Damn it.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe
Yeah.
we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
I love him. I love him.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Shut the fuck up, narrator. Got opportunist as a bro until he isn't a bro. Oh no.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I love her little cat face. Uh, don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right? I get the sense you're not happy with me. I feel like this makes sense. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
So you were gonna murder me too.
And you started it.
Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
Oh. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious.
Absolutely, I am.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're getting rid of the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
I'm sure she will.
Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
I got you.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What
Hello.
do you think happens now?
One last requirement. What happened? That's up to you. That's why I gave you the blade. I chose that time and I regret it, so now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better at this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. Oh, hi, ma'am, m'lady. I think putting the agency in her hands is what she needs to hear right now. Both scared. We're both hurting. One of us doesn't change. We'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. No.
Her shoulders
I'm gonna let you
tense and
choose.
her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying
No,
to
I'm
sow
not.
doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then
No.
she buries the blade in your heart. What?
Yeah.
No. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
It's fair.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble,
Oh?
her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
Because I wanted you to trust me.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That's fine. Chapter 3, The Thorn. Hand your power to a suspicious character. Why no smitten? Oh?
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually
She
stabbed
didn't
us.
riz. I'm actually supposed to riz her. Oh, right. Oh, excellent. So literally, here.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice.
I thought it was nice.
Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we?
we did. She's very pretty.
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
Yeah, she's so cute.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves.
Does she still kill us?
And then
She still kills
buries
us.
the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Does she still second guess it?
I did it. I got.
The princess seems to
She
tremble,
does.
Why?
but you don't have the strength to respond.
Okay.
Everything
Alright,
goes
so
dark,
not much is
and you
different.
die.
The Riz hit for just a second. Okay. So we still got the Thorn, though. We still got the same thing.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
She just... a little sad. Who couldn't blame
I
her?
just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right
Oh,
side
there's
of anything.
Smitten.
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
There's Smitten.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
I'm assuming that there are different endings for the different voices that you get. Like the voice of the smitten, the voice of the hero, that sort of
I
thing.
like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us.
They can appear on multiple
Does she?
chapters.
She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
We are going to smooch the princess.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh,
Freedom.
Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different, it keeps changing. We're going to free her. We're even now, I'm sure she understands that. We can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the
Yes.
cabin.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room.
This man is stroking Iris's ego so hard right now.
I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
I was not expecting my D&D character to be a character in this game either, but look where we are.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're
Emotion.
supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
Princess free.
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Let me see. Screw the cabin. What happens if we just leave? No matter what happens, it seems like all of our answers in the cabin. Let's proceed. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
She's a threat to you specifically, a narrator? That's not suspicious at all.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
Those are poppies around her.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it...
I'm just curious what the meaning of poppies is. Hey Siri, what is the meaning of a poppy? Oh, fucking, not puppy, poppy. Fucking hell. Consolation, remembrance, and death. Ooh. Poppy is a common symbol that has been used to represent everything from peace to death and even simply sleeping. Interesting. Okay.
Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
It is, though.
I wouldn't be so hasty.
No
I'm
flowers,
sure the
only
blade will
dogs.
turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
She probably has it.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Just approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time. You reach
Wipe the mirror
forward
clean.
and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement.
Yes,
What
dog
are you
ending.
doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
This guy's a good voice actor, by the way. The narrator has been the same voice for all of them.
Well,
I can
seems
tell.
like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Into the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you.
Do you know if it was Lantern? Do you know if it was the same person who did the narration for the Magnus Archives? Because I'm fairly certain this is the same guy, is it not?
Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you. I mean it. I just want to talk. Really talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. No. I'm not here to laugh, I'm here to free you if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
I'm sure you do.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Let's see. No, we're not leaving, for sure. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? No, this one.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
That's fair.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Exactly. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
That's true.
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
I'm going to ask permission first. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Thank you. Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers.
Could you imagine going through all of this work and then just stabbing her in the chest?
For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
It does, Smitten. It does.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out.
Damn it!
We slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Did I not literally just say, could you imagine going through all of this effort just to stab her in the chest?
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
No, we actually like her, so we're not going to do that. If we didn't like her, we'd absolutely do it, but choose of not sleeping in. You were right there with you.
I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's not part of us.
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
But also, that would be something Iris would do. If she didn't like her, she'd just be like, "Okay, thanks, man, for my knife. Bye."
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
He will absolutely turn on you the second he gets a chance.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
I hate you too, narrator.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends. Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not.
We're doing it.
You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
I wish you would.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. and she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
You fucking cheated us.
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls, full of the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Yay!
You're making fun of us. And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance.
He's very good at describing it.
If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
Damn straight, Smitten.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
I got an achievement that said, kiss her.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please,
Those are up.
after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
I'm going to step into them.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me?
That's fine.
What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Tried to separate me from my waifu.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance.
And I won't be taking it.
We've already made our decision.
I am throwing away my shot at killing her.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Damn straight.
What do we do now?
Whatever we want.
Where's everything going?
Oh, right, the hands. I forgot.
Why is it so cold?
I believe in smitten. And that's how Iris went off to marry Sebastina. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's...
You say this all the time, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Gaze into your reflection. Hopefully it's nothing bad this time. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, it's you! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the images in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirrors into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. If you're not me, then what are you? Oh. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Hello, honey. Did you have a good nap? Hello. Hello. We have a man that just woke up. Oh, every time I ask you something, it's... Oh. You wanted me to say a princess, why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Let's see. You're part of me. Wait, you said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Let me see. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Yeah, there are sharp teeth and lots of eyes. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
There are lots of options. Destroy the mirror. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Care to back those up with sources, narrator? Let's see. What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can't we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Yeah, I want to know, do you have anything to fucking say for yourself?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
You want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I was made to do this singles task. Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been torture. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Let's see. If you're not me, then what are you?
I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
2 more questions. Let's see. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Death of the author. Run out of questions. That's just a power move right here. You can't read it, but it says, I'm not going to slay her. And I want you to know that before you die for good. I don't like him. Don't like him. But he was trying to do what he thought was good. I'll lie to him.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. The long quiet, all of this is you, is what it says. The narrator was right. You were the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the Thorn to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Is she the hill? Oh, look at her.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't know what that really means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this falling to me? Let me see.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
What?
If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
No, the Thorn Princess.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured. And you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
You're a part of me. I couldn't bring myself to hurt you. I get it. There's no need for fighting. I'll just leave with you. I don't know how. You're a part of me. I couldn't bring myself to hurt you.
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth. Your left arm drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
The feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can live together. Hand in loving hand.
Sorry, the boy is upset that he is awake, but this is such a climactic moment. I won't leave with you, not until you keep things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Flesh is a vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. What force between choosing your death and forfeiting your body? You chose agency, but agency requires action, and action requires endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, would you remove action itself from reality?
Can you say for certainty what shape a world will take without you? You didn't give me much choice.
And yet still you chose. To be capable of change is to be capable of choice.
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small. Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down? My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
We've both grown from it, haven't we? I fought you to protect others, not better myself. I feel like we've both grown from it, though.
We have. Look at what we are now, and see how small we were then.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let everything die. I was told there's enough of you and me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. to a fight for a better world. I'm so... You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, he's here. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's
They're
everyone
still
else?
where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Do it.
It's time to resume our dance.
Hero, my boy.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then
Ready.
let's go.
It's so crudely drawn. Oh, it just gets better and better.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
No, it's okay. Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
Okay, I don't want to kill her. I want to convince her. That's why I'm not taking the blade.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have
Indeed.
you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different.
It's interesting to see outside.
Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. Are you the same out there as you were out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door just as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this. It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
You sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Leave with the princess. You lead and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize her. She is unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this. Yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I love you. Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Or neither of us knows what's going to be like out there. I love you.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Too bad, I did it anyway. And what happens next? Whatever it is, you'll face it together as the achievement I just got. That... God, I'm so glad that I got this game. Such a good fucking game. And that's how. Okay, hold on. You need to tell me, Lantern. How many endings are there? Because I will play this game multiple times. This game is so good. We said not a godhood. Yeah. Gab Smolders. I know her. Our song. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Let me see. I'm just gonna take a picture. 4 endings, around 11 vessels, I think. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm taking a picture. And there's the true ending. Oh, okay. Join the Discord, mailing list, return to the main menu. God damn! Ah. That was amazing. I really liked that game. I'm a sucker for a story. I'm a sucker for a good story, and that was an amazing story. Fucking hell. Stranger could have been the last cabin if she was your first princess. Oh. Interesting. But I had accidentally already gotten the stranger, so I wonder what would happen with that. But I might... God, I might play this again sometime. Fucking hell. That was so good. I'm not... Okay, so for context, I'm not usually a person who cares about getting all of the endings or completionists or anything like that. I'm not usually that guy. But I think I kind of want to be that guy with this game. Because it's beautiful, the storytelling's really good. It only has 2 voice actors, but they did so much with it. It's a really good game. Fucking hell. I really liked that. Probably have to make this like a monthly thing, like our monthly Slay the Princess run until we get all the endings. Oh gosh. It was so good. It was so good. I did too. I'm glad that despite all of the triggering stuff, that some of our people who are a little bit more sensitive to that sort of thing were able to stick with it and stick with the story and come back and have a good time. And thank you, Lantern, for pointing out some of the more triggering stuff. Was very much appreciated. Possible Slay the Princess art too. Ooh, that would be fun. Just draw the princess. That'd be so fun. She's really pretty too. I really liked the Thorn, pardon, the like Thorn one. I really liked her big mommy thick thighs demon version as well though. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just start shipping the princesses together. Just shifting mound fan art. That'd be so fun. I'm still not sure what we look like. Yeah, we were some sort of like wolf demon thing. I wonder if at any point, because we were the long quiet, so I wonder if it like if it shows it at any point. Oh yeah, he did mention feathers, didn't he? He said more like a bird. There were like he kept mentioning feathers. The smitten specifically kept mentioning like feathers. He even wanted to make a coat for the princess out of it at one point. I will 1,000 pay for your art style and of the adorable ending. Ah, I see. She calls Hero Bird often. Oh, I don't think I heard that. Or if she did, I didn't pay attention. But it was cute. Okay. Well, um, considering it is getting a tad late, I know that my son just woke up from the longest nap in existence, but he's probably going to want to run around and do child things. So, thank you. Love some art of any and all will support one. I appreciate you guys. Um, Thank you for joining the High Star from the Chorus of Angels. If it hasn't been keyed off at all whatsoever, I do art every once in a while, as well as playing video games. I've been on a Hitman and Batman Arkham series kick lately, but now that I realized that Slay the Princess was a thing I could get, I got it. I put it in the rotation. I wanted to play it immediately. Have a nice night, guys.